April 28th, 29th, and 30th. Save the date.
In today's video, we're going to talk about Zack Snyder, this up-and-coming SnyderCon, and what I have heard is actually going to be revealed, and is the Snyderverse going to be restored? So, yo, well, it's freaking good, YouTube. Watch you here if you are new around it. Make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture-based content that we cover on a daily basis. You could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below, do you want the Snyderverse to be restored? Because the Gunnverse seems like it's already falling apart before they've even started. Shazam 2 really did flop. I do feel bad for David S. Sundberg and Peter Safran, because they're decent people. So, also, if you could check us out on Instagram at Warstew to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice, check us out on Twitter, WarstewG. Right, let's get into this video. So, Zack Snyder was on a live stream last night talking about SnyderCon with the Nerd Queens, and to be honest, if you listen to it, it's on their YouTube channel. I believe it's called the Nerd Queen. He mainly spoke about SnyderCon being a celebration, a charity event to finally get over the $1 million mark for the AFSP charity, and that's essentially what this SnyderCon is going to be. And all the advertisement, the Lord Darkseid wants your attention, all that kind of stuff. It's all to build hype for SnyderCon. Now, realistically, based on everything I've seen and everything I've been told, careful for spoilers, I don't want to ruin your life, but this is what I've been told. Now first, let's go over the evidence that people keep saying, and realistically, I don't think this means anything. It really doesn't mean anything. Zack Snyder liking a post does not mean anything. You don't even know if it is Zack Snyder liking his post, to be honest. He's a very busy person, very busy at Netflix with Rebel Moon. He's going to be tied up at Netflix for years and years to come. So, you got to factor in, does he have time? So, I do see the certain post going around going, yes, but Zack Snyder liked this post, that means everything is gonna be restored. So, I'm no Einstein or any other geniuses, but I don't see any I moved on in here. So, I'm not giving up for the fight of restore the Snyderverse. Now, Zack liked it. Was it even Zack? Now, I've had multiple conversations with people behind the scenes about this. Somebody liking a post means literally nothing. If someone sends me a DM on Instagram or on Twitter, if I don't have time to respond, I will like the post to say, yo bro, yo sis, I've seen your post. So you need to get out of this headspace that just because Zack likes a post, that means the Snyderverse will be restored. Because let's be honest, Zack Snyder's Justice League, it's owned by Warner Bros. Pictures, which is owned by Warner Bros. Discovery. So Zack can't restore the Snyderverse. I can't restore it. Nobody can restore it. Realistically, like I keep telling you, it can only be restored if David Zaslav wants it to be restored on an Elseworld-based storyline. So yeah, sure, Zack has posted no end of new pictures of Batman, of Henry Cavill, of Gal Gadot Wonder Woman, which we haven't seen before. But Zack's got hundreds of pictures from every DC movie he's done that he hasn't revealed. There'll be no end of deleted scenes and different takes of shots and different angles of every single character that he's not revealed. So Zack revealing all these new images means literally nothing. So what have I heard? I was told this a few days ago now. Basically, what's going to happen is, and Zack's confirmed this during last night's stream. So I was told this will be an event where Zack will show the movies, Man of Steel, BVS, Justice League Snyder Cut, do panels, Q&As at the end of them, and sign autographs. Now, I was told that a few days back. Zack last night on the stream basically said that. But what I was told is, right at the end of SnyderCon, he's going to confirm that he's done and dusted, and he's done with the whole Snyderverse, and he's moving on and stepping away from the whole Snyderverse universe, and he's going to say to his fans, please stop trying to get it restored. Because like I keep saying, if Zack doesn't want it, it can't happen. If one actor in the Snyderverse out of the main cast don't agree to come back, it's not going to happen. It doesn't matter if you run wild with your conspiracy theories that Zack Snyder's got a huge deal at Netflix, and yeah, I see the story going around, exclusive, Zack Snyder's just signed a new deal at Netflix. Lads, ladettes, bros, sisters, Zack's been on Netflix for years now. It's ludicrous going he's signed a new deal. Rebel Moon is going to be huge. Of course he's got a new deal with Rebel Moon. This is not new information. It's just people trying to spin old stories going, yeah, Zack signed a new deal and he's going to be at Netflix for 10 years. I don't quite think he's going to be there 10 years, but if Rebel Moon is as big as Star Wars, as big as the Snyderverse, it could be freaking huge. So stop pulling in the Yeah, Netflix will do whatever Zack wants. If Zack says to the CEO of Netflix, yo, go to Warner Bros. Discovery and buy the Snyderverse, they won't do that. It's got to be, Netflix runs around original IPs. They don't want to buy other people's IPs. They want original content. So as far as I know, what is going to happen at this event, it's going to be a really cool event to raise some money for charity, get to say goodbye. He's even hinted that maybe there'll be some cast members there if you can secure them. And he's going to show Zack Snyder Justice League on IMAX. It's going to be limited to 200 to 300 people at the cinemas, he said. There will be a live stream event. But don't expect the end of this event just like the Man of Steel watch party when Henry Cavill was like, should we tell him? Yeah, Zack Snyder Justice League, it's coming. The difference there was it was literally all filmed. They just had to do the nightmare scene, which Zack did in his backyard with the likes of Joe Manganiello, Jared Leto, Ben Affleck. War stew scene got cut like always. But realistically, that's what's going to happen. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I was told that a few days ago. I've also heard and been told the exact same information from other industry insiders behind the scenes. So realistically, no one's coming out going, yeah, he's going to restore the whole Snyderverse, because it's not happening. It's going to be a farewell, a goodbye. And I really hope if this does happen, that Snyderverse fans can accept what Zack wants, because the Snyderverse, it's not really DC. The Snyderverse is Zack's work. Anything Zack does is Snyderverse. Rebel Moon is Snyderverse. Dawn of the Dead, Snyderverse. Anything Zack does, it's Snyder. He is the Snyderverse. The Snyderverse implies his last name, implies it's him. I know most DC fans think the Snyderverse is the DCEU continuity. It's not. It's whatever Zack touches is Snyderverse. So if you like, sure, the Snyderverse will be restored because it never went anywhere. Whatever Zack does, it's Snyderverse. And full circle, it's just bringing everything to an end. And sure, he can post stuff saying, the journey of a hero is about leaving the familiar and entering the unknown. It's about encountering challenges and overcoming them. And it's about returning to the new world of familiar, but now transformed by experience. So that's pretty much what is going on. And people coming out saying, James Gunn lied again and they're going to weaponize what James Gunn said. Zack hasn't expressed any interest, seems to be happy doing what he's doing. Okay, so this person's, Wall Street, throw a picture up. This person's argument is, this is a fan event to raise money for charity, and Zack's wanted to screen all these movies together concurrently over 3 days for years. If you don't know that, then you're probably not even a Snyder fan, because let's be honest, before Zack Snyder Justice League movie came out, he tried to get this out on selected theaters. Now, there is this idea out there that Zack's going to get Zack Snyder Justice League movie in multiple theaters globally. Yeah, that's not going to happen at all. Warner Bros. Discovery won't allow that. That's not going to happen. But it is interested how people are weaponizing what James Gunn said. Yeah, James Gunn did lie about Ben Affleck wanting to direct. That was wrong. He did lie in that instance. But I realistically don't think Zack Snyder has approached James Gunn and be like, yo, James Gunn, can I just do Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3 on an Elseworld storyline? And so, and if that was the case, I'm sure James Gunn would consider it with David Zaslav. But realistically, that would be a decision that would go to Zaslav, not realistically Gunn, because that's above James Gunn's payroll. Although people think it's up to James Gunn to greenlight stuff, if Zaslav wants something, it'll be done. Zaslav said Superman's going to be forefront, hence why Superman's the first project that's being worked on. Zaslav is control of everything, not necessarily James Gunn and Pete Safran, like over at Disney. Feige's not running the show, it's whoever is the chief operating officer or the CEO. Bob Iger's running the show, realistically. So I do find it fascinating. Sure, I would love to see Darkseid and Henry Cavill Superman's story play out and Zack Snyder Justice League 2 and 3 and see what new stories he's have, because we know he's changed the storyboards totally. The original storyboards are out there. We've covered it on this channel before. But realistically, the Snyderverse, in the sense of it being DCEU related, it's done, it's dusted, it's buried. And I really hope one way or another, Zack just comes out and just tells his fans to stop trying to restore the Snyderverse, because Zack's clearly happy. If you watch the stream, you would see he's very busy at Netflix, and don't presume, yeah, the Snyderverse will be restored on Netflix. He's busy with his own IP. Why would he want to restore the Snyderverse when he has his new IP that he's 100% in creative control over, even if Warner Bros. Discovery sold the Snyderverse license, if you like, to Amazon Prime or a company that could actually afford it? They would still have to dictate what can and can't be done, because they wouldn't want two concurrent live action universes that have the same characters contradicting each other. Would they? No, they wouldn't. I understand you can't get this idea around your head that the Snyderverse probably won't be restored. from what I've heard multiple times, it's done. It's buried. And yeah, Zack's going to keep posting these stuff because he wants this event to do well. SnyderCon will sell out. It will be in California, Burbank, I believe he said. But it's just to hype it up. Just because he got Darkseid's voice to say, Lord Darkseid commands your attention. Yeah, because Zack's boys and girls with everyone that works with him. Everyone loves Zack. But the reality is, it's only going to work if Zack wants to restore it and if David Zaslav allows it. So that's what I've heard. It's not being restored. It's going to be a goodbye celebration. And I really hope if this is the case, he does do it at the end of the event and says, yo guys, the Snyderverse is dead. It's buried. You can't restore it because I don't want to do it. And he looks happy. He looks at peace because he got the Zack Snyder Justice the first movie. Yeah, sure, it would be cool to see the whole 5-part arc play out, but realistically, it's not going to happen. And unless what I've heard is untruthful and a lie, and I really hope it's not true. I really hope he is going to announce Justice 2 and 3. But from what I've been told, it's not happening. And I've spoke to a lot of people. I've vetted this information. I've sat on this information for not quite a while. I've sat on this information since I heard a few days back. And a lot of people reached out to me with the same kind of information, saying that it's basically a goodbye. And if it is, you've got to accept what Zack wants. But I know people in the Snyderverse won't accept this. But just latch on to Rebel Moon. It's his universe. He can do whatever he wants. He's got full creative control over at Netflix with his production company, it looks like. So likewise, guys, check us out on Instagram at WarStew. To see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice, check us out on Twitter, WarStewG, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.